I'm going to be introducing my guest very soon. But let me tell you something just a little bit before I start. Of course, we are still in mourning. We are mourning a very, very painful, tragic death. You know something? I was speaking to a pastor friend of mine, and I asked him a question about a tribute that I had read. In the tribute, the person said, God, why? And the person continued. He says, God, why? 3 times. So as a pastor, this was what I was reading the tribute, and what was his reaction to it? He says, KSM, the man's mind is not God's mind. He said, God knows what he is doing, and he knows best. And you know what I told him? I said, Reverend, the problem I have is this. Yes, I know God knows what he's doing. He knows best. I said, Revo, best? To send a helicopter crashing down, set it ablaze, fire burnt all the passengers. Was that the best that God can do? He says, who are you to question God? I said, that is the problem. Who are you to question God? So we don't think? You are telling me that he knows best. And I'm asking you, so do you think in his wisdom, in his infinite wisdom, killing of 8 people with a helicopter crash and having them burned to ashes, was that his best? Anyway, I know why I started this way. I'm going to be introducing a friend of mine who also has questions. And he calls himself, I'm sure you know who I'm talking about by now, Avraham Ben Moshe. And he's the leader and founder of the Common Sense family. And when I started this thing, and I said, today I want to look at this a little bit, he was the person I thought of to invite to get his ideas. But trust me, you are not just talking about this. We are talking about so many things. He's talking about things, complaints he has about my generation, plus many other things. It's going to be very, very exciting. So let me welcome my son. Meba, Abraham.
Daddy.
welcome.
Thank you.
Welcome.
Thank you, Daddy.
I'm glad you are here.
Yeah.
I'm glad you are here.
Yeah.
And let's move straight on to it. You heard the beginning, and God knows best. Is it that I don't understand? They said, my mind is not your mind, and my thoughts are not your thoughts. So maybe he has some grand thoughts. But I say this, Aram, you are the Almighty. You're the man or the woman. Couldn't you have
You are the one
way?
in charge. You are the one in charge.
You are the one in charge.
You controls everything. And
You don't
knows,
have
and
any
knows,
other way.
And knows what is best for your children. So why should we face problems in?
So this was based on that notion. Is this the best?
Okay. I would like to take this opportunity to greet all your viewers, and then we thank them for their support. The thing is, it depends on how we were brought up to believe in God. So in a perspective, I sometimes agree with questions that come from atheists, because we don't have any proof, we don't have any valid information from God directly. All that we carry around, the idea of God, was based on what was passed on to us, what we heard.
Yeah.
We have no proof. So as Africans, naturally we were born and brought up to believe in the existence of God, which I do. But as I was growing up, I started questioning the concept of God from Christians and Muslims and other religious.
What made you question the existence of God?
Yes.
Why didn't you just accept it? Because growing up, that's what you were told. That's what I was told. So at what point did you start questioning, and why did you question?
Yeah, I questioned because when you look at our African belief system, we say Osro ebuadi obuane ho. God help those who help themselves.
This is in our belief system.
This is in our belief system. So according to our belief system, God won't do anything for you until you do it for yourself, and God gives you a little push. So there's another proverb that says, "Ufru diapa any piano." Nobody will carry you under the good tree and force you to climb. But when you make the effort, so then yes. So our belief in God wasn't making us rely solely on God.
But we sort of knew that we had a part to play.
Yeah.
Okay. Please go on.
Yeah. There's this huge gap, because you come first before God. So when I joined the Jewish people, when I started studying Judaism, I studied Judaism for 9 years with their top rabbis. There's one rabbi called Rabbi Skobach. There's one called Ashamiza. There's one called Rabbi Mizraki. Top rabbis. They told me that according to Judaism, upon the path a man chooses, God leads him.
Say that again.
Upon the path a man chooses, God leads him.
So the path is your decision to choose,
and God will guide you. Enti Jew for ne say mona moya mame mufo na mo be fa yen yesomo mo amba bebi sa yen Jew for ne say nyankopon no oye ne dwuma sen. You just got our manuscript, the Bible, started reading, and you started interpreting it the way you like. Even said the Christianity, the Islam, there is one beautiful verse in the Quran. Do you know what it says? That is one of my favorite Quran verses. The verse says, Allah, I think Quran 13:11. It says, Allah will not change the condition of a people unless they change it themselves. It is in the Quran.
Allah will
not change the condition of a people unless they change it themselves. So if you are there and you are telling me whatever will happen, and you tell me it is the will of Allah. So this our Muslim brother who died in this plane crash, Minister according to Nkremosom, nobody should complain. They are depend way according to Islam. According to that's the belief, say and I will never accept a God who has this kind of for me. Because when I study the books, it claims God is all knowing, God is all wise, God is all loving. God says I should do this, and if this God cannot give me total protection, I won't believe in this God anymore.
Yeah. So basically what you're saying is this: the person who is saying I have questions for God, number one, he's misdirected. The questions is not for God, because the person believes, as they have been brought up, that everything is from God.
It's from God. Yes. Inti ya again say adia e was say you question those in authority plano na ye jai na ye ko blame God. Say God, what somebody said obi can say na sometimes ye kasa ye mini ye kasa na ho or say enye nyame na be mu a anka John Mahama nso awu ti nyame be mu no ene we ku nipa 8 no out of God's love for John Mahama. According to that's the logic. That's the logic in what people say enye nyame na be mu a no mo wi no mo ye manchibia na ye nyina ye wure fi say enkodan ketwa baako 16 or 15 or 16 sorry omukwa sorry from church program accident see okotwe be accident see ye na a human error amanada ho and ankoda nabu ye sie nkoda na te sebe mponche aka abo up to today omai mu pengini bia embe address nkoda na sem no up to today. What are people asking the church that the kids were attending?
Because I guess the assumption is that nyame pen
me ba nyame no de ne chair me no me wu akoda na yakotu ne din wa so dem no de nyame ahehya ma me ne say da kro me ba no be ko church program na wo ba Ghana fo nyam from so e ma ye nye ka kwan ni yie na onku koda no.
That's the logic.
My maths teacher, with all due respect, you see, when you talk like this, you are sick in your foolish mind. That's why religion, according to a quote, says it is legalized madness. Instead of identifying human fault,
and
we would turn around and start blaming witches and wizards. We don't dispute the fact that we believe in spirituality. There are stuffs. But before you reconsider whether it's from the spiritual realm, you have to check the physical. Ebrebina kumase kwan so accident dey that yapo dey so am time. Na accident si na asofo dey preaching abeyifo na dey ahoma bi ase ho na abeyifo na kunipa. President Kofo, after President Kofo constructed that road, the witches left.
It's sad.
The witches left immediately. After the road was repaired.
The road was constructed.
So there was nothing wrong with the witches. It was because of the road. Plane crash ye see. Sankaya kwanya bia komo amfa wiem. Inteni bibia na wo beka say na ye jama wurade na this way asemesi way number 1, it was a proper investigation. Number 1, omo ye plane ni ho adwuma no pa no anso mo kofro no. They are the first suspect. The first suspect omo, because plane ba betu a ye wo mo kokko check say plane ni wo good condition. If this had been in America, in Crawford, Number 2, what went on in the flight? Everyone to plane. Who knows? Nobody was there. Nobody was there. The weather was good for flight. Mistake. This is how the white man deals with situation. Try to solve it and will solve it once and for all. It won't happen again.
Everything you're saying, I agree. So this is what you're saying. What the guy should be saying is that, oh God, why? No,
it's not God, why?
Thank
you.
Yes,
let me give this quote. Man the problem, man the solution. God won't solve any problem for man. So I watched a movie and there was a quote in the movie. The movie say it was, I think, Zeus who said it. Zeus said, the gods do not interfere in the affairs of men until the titans are released. Gods do not interfere in our affairs until whatever is wrong with you is spiritual. I just say, baby, yo, not human effort in fairly, you've tried all. That is what we call divine trust. Even an atheist, on Jinyamindi, drew the surgery, baby.
Something big.
Not that, yes, not that or Jidi say, Yamibi never san Yadiu, but to me, Nimujidi say, Yadi never call, believing in the God within. I'm Pampana and Waton. And I don't want to sit here and disprove the belief in God and believe in superstition. It's your own cup of tea.
Yeah, thank you.
But
thank you.
The first thing we do, they say, a human error and the debaya na tina postmortem test wo na papa wiyem na yahwe e bi kra na ade ade yesusu nipa na complain niti no wi omo ye postmortem say sa eye ne yem na bia ye check ni nsunu mu no empentoa keten nipa das ni su ni empentoa. Then the investigation start from where he was eating. They have check it, baby. Odidi, check it. They will get the person. What be to me who are broaching? Investigation to us for 30-something years until the person ni poku ni pano. Wa krano na yakwa Ghana, JB down kwa deko murefi. Baby a docket that premier show so baby da. I'm telling you. Can you see what? Wait, General Mahama, men kai mo ya busuafo. General Mahama wo ya eye mob we ya de ye no. Who proper investigation men appear tie explosion docket that baby and phobia ho whether they've compensated someone a big lawyer in Ghana would not say all fighting for the individuals of appear tie or chop brap no lawyer individually are there a national issue our mind be address no e bi ni nkwada na ekowu ye no nkwada na egu ye no sabi e wosan ka pegini ba bonten ebe Ghana for near Busia for Yako. But Yentia says in human society, Yentia says a binom, a when Munyam, a woodin, a snake, a binom.
Yeah.
A year in Yape.
Yeah.
Says America say, Service, your mother the lumber Busia for in Aso Yako. That the lumber that form, that the K did that form, but back a year back who moved a chair back was sanity. Sanity, and yet then you pay you for more state burial, more when the Munyama Moji, Sabi Munkom Woodia, Yena, Yakabom as a nation, ever be dim Hoyao. I'm not for would they be out. By my social media, people don't talk about it.
Yeah.
Yanka say will be wooa, or man pigini and a pigini bimra, no mema yako, there be, but the American say, you will assembly business here, and when you do the magnitude of what has happened. And Kodaba say 15 or say 16.
And it's not an issue.
It's not an issue. But you're paying for 80 day, I don't need problem. Until you could pay near, you couldn't and can in Koda. Until the can say, a young Koda dom, and a torrential be at home, say, a fair, not paying be a barbecasa. Penny beside a busia for, Marcos Rebusia for, Minister called Rage, Uncle Fio, Uncle Mammy Barker, and Ma 4, said 3 or 4.
No basin.
I was him. Mammy Nitri will serve the Academeba, and the Beco Beach, the Meba, the Beco, Akoba Bravo Bonemo, I got the Uncle Cosum Yami. Let's take it like that. And Uncle Agaku, I will teach 7 free penny for a wamba. So what I say, Auntie, the same penny for CBC say, Yen check it, Bibia. Yen check it through the stages, name be in CPO.
Avraham, this whole issue boils down to one thing. Say we have allowed religion to destroy our minds.
Instead of
because we have allowed it to destroy our minds. So how do you even reverse this? It's like the Bemka said, "Oh my God, because Mikhail Bar first now say Ojina Medina na say chop box be so said
blackboard be some tomabi.
Na attempt. I tell you what,
my black. That the own say.
So no, I mean you. How do we really pass this level of religious misconception which is so deep in us?
How in human existence there is a place for believing, there is a place for hope, there is place for a wish. You can wish for anything you want in this life. It's up to you. There is a place for it. And there is a place for effort and critical thinking. You don't bring God in. And the problem with the black man is we substitute prayer for effort. And sometimes what we call I'm waiting on the Lord is total laziness. We also may can you ready any na ewurade mre ne mre pa obiantie. We human beings live according to how we live in matter, space and time. That makes us humans. That's why we die. God is outside matter, space and time. God doesn't have time. God is timeless. And you are telling me, so it's your time is my time is the best, not God's time. That's why your Bible said a living dog is more fearful than a dead lion. Do you know when we check the past, Kwame Nkrumah is of more value, have done a lot for Ghana than the two of us. Because in the past he has performed amazingly than the two of us.
Yeah.
But right now that Kwame Nkrumah is dead, the two of us, we have the power to become greater than Kwame Nkrumah. It depends on what we do in the future. That people will come and remember us as one of Ghana's greats. So all that we need is putting more effort and less prayer and less reliance on God. I don't know why it is only the black man that has problem with God, instead of getting up and fixing his own problems.
I don't know if we have a problem with God. We have a problem with ourselves. Because for all we know, us as ourselves, we are not supposed to do anything.
Yes.
Everything is going to come from God. You know, so just to go back, in a tragedy like this, you say, oh God, why? And instead of us as human beings critically sit down and investigate, because, there's one time I went to some funeral, and when I was reading my tribute or whatever, I said this. Me say, funerals are not for the dead. They are gone.
Yeah.
So funerals are not for the dead. Funerals are instruction for the living.
For the living. To know that.
So
to know that. Yeah.
This sad tragedy of 8 people dying. What lessons are we supposed to learn?
Does it
and improve so it doesn't happen again?
It does it.
God, why?
I don't know why we always have problem with death. I don't know why we allow people to scare us with death. Daddy, once we were born, we will die.
Yeah.
Daddy, na ekwanya ye befa so ye bewu no, e na ye nim.
Yeah.
Enti owu bia no ye wo owu a ye nipa na ni wuo. Wedi ni nkwa amen. Ye wo owu ni bi wo hɔ a ye atorenchem, ebi na esi
accident
ene tumi fa ne kɔ. Ye wo bi wo hɔ a ye obi mfom so ene mo obi hwere ne nkwa prematurely. Ene obi wo hɔ so a according to ye gidie mu no, ye gidi say ye sumsum mu ene obi aye ne saa. Eti no matter what obi enku a wa obewu eye simple. Eti we shouldn't be afraid of death. We've been slaughtering animals on daily basis, and no, because they are not religious. Ka wo kochi nkoko na nka nkoko kasa na yeti e na nka wo koi na nka nkoko na so mu nsem no mo se papa Yesu anopai obi obeba so bekunya bia no yes ma wo suru jaba ne so e na nka nkoko no nyankopon ka se otie nkoko ne mpai wa ka nyankopon nkoye nyina because yen so ni omobure nsam o.
That's right.
That you get yeah. I want us to shift to that dimension and then we come back because they live in a different world. Enti ye ni abadai momo ye kumo de ye nkwan e bi kwetumi ku ammoa ni bi for no reason aboa de nso efre nyankopon na wo bewu a wo betiem enti ammoa ni mpo so mo ba bi ni ye ta ku omo a hwe kusie ni akrante ni ammoa no mo hye amnem no hwe o munyansa aboa ne kura nim se obi nyame obekumi awe enti otu ne bon a na wetu bypass me say that kusie kura nim nyansa chenye kusie o etu bypass akra to kuma se kwan sa to later bi toso a e wo se mu gina ho 8 hours no bypass ka kwan we ya every time connect here to the north, connect here to Burkina Faso.
No bypass.
First class road. Daddy, you see how nam Kumase kwan so a you baby you draw. Won fa car kwan ni so. Ofa car kwan ni kom. Usi form. Nam na car kwan ni da ho. Tutu. Nti eda utina ka mu sa wo Kumase pe. Aju su fre nyame because ye ni mu nyansa. That's why we pray when traveling.
Yeah. We pray for traveling mercies.
Traveling mercies. So no nyankopon say hu. This is one thing I've been telling Christians and Muslims. Me, Avraham, when I'm traveling, na me nyankopon ba. Enye me na me ko to me papa for say. Me papa ma me traveling mercies. Enti nyankopon nim say me ya soleva na me tua collection and tight. Na me ko kuma so fa me komra. Aje me na me beka kire nyankopon say, "Papa, anope me ko kuma sa fa me kobra." No nim.
So you walk around on him said that Kumase.
Enti do you know what they do? Enti ono bo mpaye na okoduru a, onu koduru a, no say Ewrade me da ase. Say odi ma beduru. Say okonya accident na ne nan twa no see Ewrade me da ase na de wo pe e na wo ye. Na de Ewrade pe no ya. Why should you pray? Dada, do you pray? Enti prayer means wo ko da ne say once sana dwene. You see, when you break it down, you do know Christians, a lot of people pray and they answer it themselves. That is why in African tradition, when you pray, you don't wait, you don't respond. Obompa ye sia yenka yen unka bibia say amen daddy Okay, we are.
No,
when you are communicating with someone, when you speak, the person must reply. Then you speak, the person reply. That's what we call communication. Okay, now they say when they are praying, they are communicating with God. Look at what the person will do. Or no abebo mpae. No answer. Any. When you go pa boss so ni asase ade nyina stone for me kokoma ase. Hwem so na bo me ho ban na fa me ko. Na ode me ba asomdwe mu a me de aseda ma. Me da wase say wetie me wodoba ni di mu nti. Amen. Who told you say wetie? Waka wase me wi a wo say me da say wetie. Ah,
say faith no. That's the faith.
So you see, this whole thing about religion is a bit confusing. So, but the King say that we are not here telling people not to believe in God.
No, not at all.
But God will never do what you can do for yourself.
Yeah.
God will do it for you. Daddy, Jane, and you didn't back to school. Jane, and you taught and Tadia, my yamba. You taught books, be a feedy yamba. We don't have the right to write exams for our kids. We don't have the right to even do their homeworks for them. True of us.
True.
Any father who does that is not normal.
Yeah.
Even we, mortal human beings, we watch our kids go through the pain of learning right. When they make mistakes, we give them money to go for remedials because we believe in them. And you are telling me this life you are living if you eat, unless you call God before you eat. Daddy, I said that one day some Christian guy was insulting me. Daddy, you prepared your gone to the market, bought foodstuffs, prepared your own food at home. You alone after cooking, you are now praying, telling God to come and remove any poison in the food.
They won't pray like that. It makes it actually funny.
But that's the truth. After cooking, you don't remove poison from it. You bless it. You thank God for the food. If you believe in God, you thank God. Say Radime Dase. Say me baby didi. Na the only being the so many dianindi. Asani we didi. Ya nye rade diani mi be di shira diani over the name of you. Ah? It's so easy. Minimum adwene da yetire. Nti yenka se menje nyame ndi. But ade bi wo ho e wo say nipa ya nipa nye. Ade bi wo say ye nhwehwemu. Se broni obi wu. Se United States of America. And na same yesia. One bit to me your investigation because it nearly killed the president. It is not a small issue that we are joking with. People are playing politics with it.
Yeah.
Hey, Bia. Anka yetu abey. And MPP for na muwini ya. You see the concept of Bia. Maybe. And this year win MPP for winning ya. Anka same way. Anka to ham. Ako to MPP for. Till you don't jubilate. Name say mo private jet no any mo planes no and a problem bi wo ho and a mo di play politics ya mo nyai na mo fix the problem no na enku kodwo ebeku adwa. But Womia's wife nearly died on Accra Kumasi Road. But we lost the bodyguard.
Yeah.
Accra Kumasi Road. But Womia's wife nearly died.
Yeah.
And Yasuma here can daddy. Yam fix a problem.
Thank you.
Now God will never die.
Yes.
And He created death. And it is we the living that when we lose somebody, we cry. But according to religion, even God is happy to accept
welcome
us.
them.
Yes, even God is happy. Said in the sight of God, who said lifespan. Say did sit down to quality materials. Oh yeah, warrior and go to cheap ones. Oh gas leaky check it. Na gas leaky. Now open matches here. And your room. Jesus won't send any angel to come and quench the fire. And yes,
you died.
Yeah. And one no.
So see, I'm one very, very important question because religion, as I know it, and I'm sure as you do, it has grown to become a coping mechanism. It's something that helps you cope with pain. You know, maybe not realistically, but whatever you do, it will help you cope. Like this thing, the current thing you are facing. You know, Umane Boama, may he rest in peace. Ayariga, may he rest in peace. And then the thing is, well, it was God's decision. So the families, they should just cope with this. This has come from the master.
We call it religion is the opium of the masses. Religion, opium is a painkiller, ancient painkiller. So religion is like painkiller. It is for lazy people who don't want to investigate situations, question situations, and they give the lazy man's answer.
My question is this. Right now there are families who have been hurt, who are in this pain, you know. So if it's not religion that will help them cope, what words can you tell them apart from the fact that what's the option now? What's the alternative?
The option is good structure. BBC say ya empenyimfo ne ko konsoli wo ba no na mo hye ne bo say de ye betumi aye bia ne ye hu de wuku no people don't need prayers, people don't need comfort from God, people need justice when they are in pain. When I'm in pain, it's justice I'm looking for. My husband is maltreating me, so when I run to you, what am I looking for? Justice. Somebody has stolen my things. I came to the police station. I came there reporting the person, seeking justice. So whatever has gone on, the lives we've lost, there must be justice. Se omo ya soldier fo bi, se pilot bi na wo mu a, se be compensation e wo se koma ne ma. Justice
must prevail.
Yes, justice must prevail. Now we investigation. Say you be informed so na emra any dependent di. Sani you put mind, you don't go and say Eradi will do what? Enti the we so my own ansom anhwe ne ba. Eradi ni obenyane ni kunu na babak. So I understand oye Christonia be to kan check akoma to yem. But those in authority shouldn't go there telling them God will do it. Debbie. God won't fix anything. In the first place, if God could have fixed something, he should have prevented the incident from happening.
Yes, exactly.
I won't wait for it to happen. We'll come to the prophet. The prophet in Ghana.
Let's go there now.
We'll go to the prophet. I've seen a lot of prophets posting short videos.
Almost like a competition. I saw it coming.
Daddy, look at what I wrote on my Facebook page on the 4th. Daddy, that's the date, 4th July. I wrote this 4th July.
I told you this year is the year of snake.
Yeah.
People will reap whatever they have planted. Whatever they have planted in the past. If you lose God,
you go make what?
You go make what?
This is what I wrote. Where did I get this information from? Daddy, it's just astronomy. It is there. It's on social media. Every year, you go to the Chinese calendar, they have whatever things that will happen. It is in the stars. The universe doesn't lie. So me, I know what I have to do this year and things I don't have to do. I told one friend that this year, if I'm not careful, I will get either a police case or a court case. So I have to be very careful with what I say. Right now, I'm talking to you. I have a court case, and I told my friend it will come from a lady. It is from a lady too. It is just something.
But you're not a prophet.
I'm not a prophet.
It's based on what?
It's based on the stars, the zodiac signs, the stars. It's astronomy. It's another field of yes.
So, are you saying that the prophets are using astronomy?
Yes. Or some of them have people who do research for them. They will go online and check. Some even they have people that will go online and check the world crisis coming the following year. World crisis, whether the dollar will go high, whether the dollar will come down, whether Russia is coming down, America, China is going high, and they will use those information to prophesy and say they are prophesying.
But the prophecy in Ghana is limited to people who die. It's limited to accidents and maybe elections. I've not heard any prophecy that's sort of like encompassing world events.
And you see, one thing they do is prophecy. No one share the back. And a lot of them were saying plane. There will be plane crash. Now, when they say there will be plane crash, they won't tell you the country. Most of them won't tell you the country. So they will be expecting. If there's plane crash in China, they will just go and pick the video and then fix it in what they said and claim it's them. most of the pastors are jubilating on social media. Number one, because they saw it. They saw a plane crash, and this is helicopter. My advice to them is they should ask their God to open their eyes well
and be specific.
And be specific and know the difference between an aeroplane
and a helicopter
and a helicopter. I wonder, and go and see how Christians are saying, "Oh, you are a man of God." So the basis for you to see a man of God is for him to prophesy a doom that he cannot do anything about, for you to be fulfilled, for you to become the man of God.
Yeah.
Is that it?
That's it.
They send him say, "Hey, Abraham, so for no can say plane, but a helicopter, but I am fan say, the oka you na bem." And I'm say, Ebra agra down so eye konfo no. And I me Abraham, me can say agra da be sakra. Na agra da be yesofu, obebu Ghana fo, agra da be ko jail. Ningi na bem, enu nti me nkwate asole na menje collection wo ho ana.
Okay.
I said it, I have all the videos.
Edidi atofo bi matem de now to me say na nansi baby I enche agra da be ka se wasakra na ono di kunu e be ya asole abeda sof mame still obenya Ghana fo ebu
san commission we dem ye sure say be platform na first one
say your prophecy o de mo hwe.
I said it straight before Agra became a pastor. Because this is not a prophecy, it's pure prediction. Edintia. Onipa de ye konfo no e na mete se wato asodan ato ha asodan o de be bi yaba.
Eti ho na hu so obesisa
obe change because na akomedwuma no na so ye hye wo ho na complain dey do so ti o say o use plan B so na when you dey mbu no wa konfo dem mu a aso dem na ye headquarters
so obenya obo
obenya omo ho wow nti yes ro mo a asofo no all the prophecy they claim they've been given, that prophecy of doom.
Yeah.
They've been adding something that mama ye mom pai na ewrade and stop no.
That's some of the most ridiculous.
Yeah, they actually was so be ya. Wo see ye mom pai na wontwem. Ti nyame na dwen adwuma.
There be
exactly. Oh, be kunipa no. Wo se me san kwa kan. Me san kwa kan kire no ntwa so. That means oni mu nyansa, ono nyame. But
Abraham, do you know what the problem is? The people don't think. They just accept it.
I said, Daddy, even this, that makes sense. Somebody will write a comment and you'll be shocked.
I know.
Sometimes,
I know.
Daddy, sometimes I wonder the kind of brain some people have. Logic is logic. Logic. So that's why one guy told me, "Hey, Avraham, you are very powerful." And I say, yes. I'm not powerful because I have weapons. I'm not powerful because my many be and a drobinti and I'm powerful. I am powerful because I always use logic in my argument. Even the law, even in the presence of the law, logic and common sense can set you free.
Yeah.
That's why when they take you to court, they know the law. But when you are smart, you know how to speak. When you use logic, you can find your way through the law. You see, so in one of our previous interviews, I said the only commodity in shortage in Africa is common sense and critical thinking. We have everything. The only resource we are lacking is critical thinking and how to analyze issues and deal with issues.
We just refuse to be critical on the terms that we are critical. But that is not real. But that's the whole thing.
It doesn't even start from what question Yamio. Even if you don't know, and out of your common sense and logical reasoning, you question even his political party in power. You are an enemy.
Yeah.
Imagine I did a video and I was complaining about this free sanitary pad for the girl child, and I said no, this is even not fair. Free for the girl child. What about the boy child? It's number one. Number two, we'll be giving them every year. Which doesn't make sense. Why don't we build a whole factory for sanitary pad, produce our own sanitary pad, and give the students for free? One NDC guy told me, but if I had said it during the time of Nanado, he will come and say, this man is full of wisdom.
Yeah.
More fire.
Yeah.
That's what they do. So now, Ghanaians behave in a certain way. When their party is in opposition, whatever complaints that come from you regarding the party in power is excellent. When their party comes to power,
is a reverse.
Whatever you say. So you know, when MPP was in power, they were calling me I'm NDC. Recently, they say I'm MPP. They call me MPP, not even because I'm criticizing another, because I am advising Kevin Taylor to stop insulting elders. I'm MPP. You see how we think? But these same people will go and see a video of someone insulting John Mahama and they will tell him you don't respect. We don't think as a nation. We are not honest people. Let me use this way. We go to church, we pray in the mosque. When we leave, even the good teachings from the mosque and the church, they don't practice. We live in a society of favoritism. Ope obia semwa nipa niye mistake ya menka.
That's it.
Ope obia sem. So it's hard for people like us to have friends, because we will tell you the painful truth that will heal you. I told one guy that so it's a choice. So truth is like injection.
You have to take it anyway.
You have to take it
to get your healing.
To get your healing.
But let's come back on this case. You had told me earlier, said
your generation.
The generation.
Yeah.
And I said, what exactly is the point you're trying to make?
I made a statement, and that Ibisa said, make I say, Dientia, your generation we are now waking up. We are now waking up, but your generation like we don't know the purpose of life. We don't know why we are here. We don't know how to even approach religion, how we should behave in our society, even when it's come to marriage. How to handle women, how to handle men. Your generation didn't help we, the younger generation. And I don't blame your generation so much, because lack of social media then. This generation is the most blessed our generation. When I say we, I mean those born from, I think, 75, 80, 75. I did a research and said that generation is called the golden generation. That generation
is blessed.
So we saw from the time there wasn't internet, no internet, no social media. We saw that generation, and then we moved gradually to the time of seeing television. There are people who didn't even see television. Now when you say phone booth, someone don't even know what. So I say we are the blessed, because now every information you need.
So what exactly was my generation supposed to do that we didn't do?
Yeah, your generation, I heard people like you stood up during your time to question religion, to talk, and people your generation, they were afraid to publicly. Okay, maybe I understand sometimes that time freedom of speech and stuff. You also I now understand why your generation appeared a bit afraid of questioning religion like our generation, because we live in a generation that we have the freedom of speech, we have social media. During your generation, it's even hard for you to get somebody apart from your family members to call you and advise you. Now you've been scrolling on TikTok, you go and meet a very intelligent person giving advice, and then you can also learn from there. So I know it's based on the kind of environment you grew up in and our environment. That's it. So I'm encouraging this current generation. I told one friend, I'm 44, I'll be 45 this November. So I told my friend, the next generation of Nkokorano, it's because of this we die. Oluman panam siano. Oluman panam siano.
44 na yo man. Daddy, but the point is this. So let me stick with the generation thing for a moment.
Okay.
You know, because our generation Abraham, we're dynamical. When we're in school, where they call SHS now, no?
Okay.
They time me from the secondary schools. I remember being in secondary school, I think I was in Form 3, and the agitation for change and politics at that time was amazing.
Okay.
You know, the whole thing, I remember when Kutu Champon came to power, and at some point it got a little bit unpopular. It was the students
who stood. Okay.
You know, back in the day, you know how they have a TESCON for MPP, and the other one is what
in the universities. In the universities.
Where?
Yes.
Back in the day, we had just one, NUCS, National Union of Ghana Students.
Wow.
And when they spoke, Ghana shook. You know, so we're very dynamic.
Politicians intentionally broke down the NUCS to form this political. Okay.
There's still NUCS anyway.
Okay.
Omani Boama, may he rest in peace. There was one time, I think, head of the NUCS, something to that effect, you know.
Okay.
NUCS was there
before the politicians entered the universities.
But it's been diffused now, you know. Now you don't see a strong student movement or anything.
Okay.
But I remember that in our generation, we were dynamic, man.
Wow.
You know?
Wow.
We face military.
Wow.
Stones, no gratio. Then we have stones, you know, and things like that, you know. So I don't know why we are blamed for this current generation. What do you think?
No,
we are
my daddy, me problem ankasa. My generation,
yeah.
About the religious aspect, Yanka. The question was about religion. About the religious aspect, Yanka. I was a parent and your mama kasa mumba for mumba say Nyamesum Yafani say Nyameswafani say no. A generation mum na one quasolia, you have posted the same quasolia. And maybe it wasn't the time for this mental revolution. Maybe it wasn't the time. And there are things that if even me, I had said it 40 years ago, maybe I wouldn't be alive. But now, yes, even now you can go on social media, you can go publicly, and people criticize Islam, criticize Christianity publicly. And there's this public debate. But during the olden days, you are afraid. You are afraid to even.
I always say that part of my bragging rights is that I was the first person to question the misuse of Christianity on radio.
Yeah, someone told me.
Vibe FM.
Someone told me. Someone told you started. They've been mentioned two names. You and also for Comfort Damwa. They say Comfort Damwa. Yeah, people told me.
And then back then the reaction to me. My car was vandalized for the first time. They vandalized my car. Somebody took some folders from my car. You see, somebody also went to discover those folders at the Carnation Audorment and things, you know. And back, I was on air at the time that J.J. Rollins was the president.
Wow.
And he was seen as the monster. The things I did and said about JJ, I wasn't in any trouble. The time I fell in trouble was when I questioned the fake and charlatan pastors. That's when my life became threatened, you know. So I'm saying, my time, the response was very different.
Wow.
You know, and you too have been through a lot. But at least now, when I read comments on some of these charlatans,
you'll be shocked. You'll be shocked that people are now thinking and praising this message.
Did you see what's the name of that politician? Apalu,
the statement he made.
Or a serial presidential candidate. Every 4 years, Apollo comes. You know, he was on air saying something. I'm sorry I jumped into Apollo, but I have to get your views. You know, regarding this tragedy.
Yeah, I heard him.
Oh, you heard him?
I watched the video this morning.
You watched the video this morning?
Yeah.
You know, for those of you who have not seen or watched the video, he was saying that the site for the accident is all like divine because NDC has messed up with cocoa farmers. So that's why the plane crashed in the cocoa district or something.
Say, is he cuckoo fum now, Mussi cuckoo for no, or chantro chego for no, Boku Fadu, Kofi, it's what also the politics.
How stupid, with all respect.
Yeah.
This man came on my show when I was doing Thank God It's Friday. He came on my show wanting to run for president, so I invited him. Okay, come, let's chat about your views and where to go. So the first question I asked him, so what is your slogan as a president? How are you going to change this country? Do you know what he said?
No.
Oh, Somiha.
His slogan.
No.
To become president. Somiha.
Wait.
Anopa we metie de oka no say ya omwagu ana ayede na nipa ngude bia. Why should we allow politics? You was simbi o esi na me wo live. And news in the buy. So people were commenting. That's when you called and I told you I was live.
Okay.
And people were commenting, Avraham, wait, helicopter has crashed. And someone commented, Avraham, NDC people are dead. I said, no, don't do that. NDC ni bienwi, NDC ni pebia. Ghana ni. When you tag the person NDC ni, what's that? Ghana ni. The person was serving the nation. Why Ghana ni na wewu? Inti asemu ya ba no. I will say, but a year na say you will see all of them there. These politicians will come and sit live on air because of their political affiliation and speak as if they are enemies on penny panasem just to pollute the mind of the citizens. We the citizens should listen. Kofi Akpalu no abeka say nipa na wewu no eye koko na nyame na etuo like nyame na punish omo in a way. Do I so chance mo aba koko fo mo promise koko fo na mo anya na bo wu akoto koko fo
dem punish mo.
Yes, obi kura di aba be kan say ade ni si Asante region na omo sole e didi Asante fo attempt na owo ni si Asante because they will create a whole lot of stories. Now with the ordinary person na wuti fie no when ya nipa no a wewu ne ho tan but a year na say he will go there na obonsawa. So these are our politicians and especially people that leads us. Politicians, pastors, our imams, we have to be very careful when listening to them. Omu to tuni pantem. Me a video na message. Me show the number of homes NDC ni MPP breaking homes na. You'll be shocked. Our real be good because ba ko NDC ni ba ko MPP ni. Our real. Ti ye dia bi di agora. Je nhwe ni yie. Me sa so kan sem ba ko say. Daddy, if we be steady from previous election no NDC and MPP almost started showcasing some groups of macho men Daddy so we social media NDC macho 4 MPP macho 4 Emma macho 4 ni bi could say MPP 4 buy no man hwe ye nti bi ko NDC say you stop this macho groups e bi na ko bro ha ba kum sin no Tien take time a small by election be macho for one shada ko yent asempa. To be send this in MPP, especially citizens no. Obey you NDC ni NDC ni. Obey you MPP ni MPP ni. But at the end of the day, your mind a year building. And the party a chinko wu and the party a chinko dinkwasi asem.
Asem de can me program back on shop. It's online.
Oh, okay.
Every time. Let's build this nation.
Let's build this nation.
Build this nation.
Mama buy. Niama ko ye kakra. Why should I come live and criticize him? So I told them somewhere you were there promoting an Akwami Bediako. And I said, look at him. I don't promote people. I promote ideas.
Thank you.
And the fact that I promoted an Akwami Bediako, he didn't win. Should I still be there and say whether I like it, whether I like it or not, I have a certain president that I have to bring out ideas and pray that he will deliver. Because me we said John Mahama Abano. Would him say MPP ni bitrim, MPP ni bi, menka say MPP for nyina. MPP ni bi mpa ibo nyina ne say in some you niema tatantan Ghana tetene nsai na yemfa MP NDC nko position na MPP mbra.
I want him to fail. I want my party to win the 2028 election.
So you want him to fail?
I want I don't want Mahama to succeed as in succeeding, but I want my party to win.
The same way Nana do teso no na NDC di bi mpa ibo nyina Nana do fail you Nana do fail you football ye na ye kobo now see empire na empire boss e bebo bio.
Let me say, we are now in a country where I can say that when I can say 50-50. So there's always a constant 50% of the nation wishing a government to fail.
To fail. That's it.
Constantly. How?
Constantly.
How can we build a nation?
Yes, through prayers. Through prayers and through effort.
Anyway,
because he belonged to the opposition party, or say Juman, or ministries, or say Juman. I'm telling you.
Yeah.
I'm telling you.
Yeah.
Even
So
this,
let's
see, even this helicopter crash, or when you go in investigation, papa. Now, in some intense, until see I'm winning call. Now, His Excellency John Dramani Mahama want to tune in if he was part of the crew that were going, and because of an urgent meeting, he was exempted and someone replaced him. He should know if it was a plantain, if only it was a plantain. If only.
What can because also getting into this conspiracy?
No, I say if only. You see, SMC Adadi, all these things are factors that we must reconsider.
Do you know the most dangerous thing? Now the conspiracy theorists that is what will let the crisis emerge based on conspiracy theories. So I try to stay away from...
not to even go there at all, talk about it at all.
No, okay. Because I've heard people, or people say, Mahama, there's that day, there's no where were you? Intel, I'm a picky. What the hell did you pick the intel from? Conspiracy. When we try to explain certain things, it's conspiracy.
Mama, so now where were you? Now
I was intel or picky. Who picky intel way? I know my wife if you're from just say no, sorry, no, feeling well. So the conspiracy it leads to too many conclusions, which I think they are very destructive. They distract and destroy as well.
Okay.
So let's stay with what we know.
Yeah,
we are calling now for an investigation.
Okay.
What happened? What Kaka said could be very bad weather.
I said it. Yes. It will be bad weather.
Yeah.
Yes.
So let's stay away from conspiracy theories.
The helicopter near machine. It mean your fault. Abrochire baby you African as answer when they see your fault was
anything
maintenance now. If you are boat and not to be a 130 year.
It could be.
Yes, if you are even a bed, even a bed can cause it. So a lot of factors, a lot of
Pacho, finally. Then I think we have delayed a few more minutes. Mr. Mamanya, my brother, my
easy, my band. I saw twins, you the cacres. I'm a quite
my brother,
and easy.
Me, easy. Now, talking about, I just want to wrap up on this religion thing. So, first of all, let me assure, if you're a Christian, I don't have a problem. Muslim, I don't have whatever you believe in, your choice. Well, my only thing is make sure that whatever you believe in, you are serving humanity as part of your belief. End of discussion.
That's it.
I always think that in this world, there are natural laws in operation.
Yeah.
If maybe at one point, if me wakola wedi 3 years na me was swimming pool me fie. Na me shedem hangia na akran na swimming pool fi toma. Me think I say
the radical
the 3 paint won't because of him swimming.
Okay.
No, who I'm say, oh God, why? No, I should know that I shouldn't have a situation where I can allow my 3-year-old to be by the pool.
A child like that unattended.
Thank you. So I'm saying that otopuma or drown. That's a law of natural. That's a natural law.
Yeah.
So me there in my most of the time when I talk, I may say, don't tell me I don't believe in God. It's just that the God that you have presented in the Bible.
Yeah. We don't like that.
I have a little problem accepting,
that concept of God. All. Yes, we believe in God, but we don't accept the concept of God they are presenting to us from their perspective.
There are too many contradictions for me.
Yes, that's it.
And I think if people gradually start understanding this, nobody accent we are God, why? God, my faith is shaking because why? Because who right away say it's not something you are taking to God.
Yeah.
It's something that you.
There's a video I got yesterday from this pastor Adum Chebia. Adum Chebia. Do you know what he told his church members? I said the church member about Kwakwatina or no Adum Chebia the TV so. Every the church member na no say Ewurade esa ne ba ne yade a eno benye ne mugidie. And Adum Chebia say maame men kan kire wo benti na nyame so beku na den abeka kire no enti akoda ne tenase o akoda ne wuo still also gidie mu ye enya wo ko ba no bewu so wo can be pass it now enti o mu nsusu say they try to present problems for God to solve before they know he is God. No, challenges are part of our life.
Yeah. And
I told one person I did a program advising the youth, and I told them our struggles are not pain, our struggles are the path to success. Struggles are the path to become a lawyer. Addition easy, books are better easy. It's not easy to become a lawyer, and at the end of the day, through this struggle, now what pass it out, then you become a full lawyer. No, you will do my sana braboti. A human senior is struggling. When you madam o boss or betian, ne suspended. No, we boom kotoje. Now what about your master? Eduane ni akra is not easy. Na jene ko weni na we yam meko. Na blend the yi na second chow and say eduane aben. The black man thinks life we are here to live like monkeys. Thank you.
I think it's just a general discussion for people to learn and benefit from. I hope and I've been on so many parts, including me. To face forward. That is. Why? All the best, man. Folks, that has been Unfiltered. And it was very, very unfiltered. But until our next episode where we get another hot discussion, Unfiltered, we'll see ya.